Is it true that all you need is love? So says the 1967 song by John Lennon that was a #1 hit for the Beatles. It was a simple song with a simple message designed to promote the idea of love as a uniting power. But is it really true? While I was never a fan of the Beatles, I have to agree with the sentiment to a degree because of something Jesus said. When asked what was the greatest commandment, he said without hesitation, "Love the Lord your God with all your heart and with all your soul and with all your mind," Matthew 22, verse 37, and then boldly followed that with calling it the first and greatest commandment, verse 38. The quoted commandment is straight out of the text for today's Morning Minutes in the Bible, Deuteronomy chapter 6. After recounting the giving of the Ten Commandments in chapter 5, Moses launched into a beautiful sermon on the importance of obeying Jehovah. Building on the need for a healthy spiritual heart discussed at the end of chapter 5, he continued the theme in chapter 6 by confirming that their connection to God and the promised inheritance and prosperity was inseparable from obedience. That's in verses 1 through 3. You may want to pause the video and read the text on the screen. Then he reminded them of the unity of Deity and followed it with the explanation that loving God requires obedience. "Hear, O Israel, the Lord our God, the Lord is one. Love the Lord your God with all your heart and with all your soul and with all your strength," verses 4 and 5. But it didn't stop there. Like the Beatles song, the message was quite repetitive. He urged them to keep God's commandments on their hearts and impress them on their children by talking about them when they were sitting, walking, lying down, and getting up. They were to bind them to their bodies and homes in order to be constantly aware of God's Word. One of the goals for these daily video studies is to create within you a healthy spiritual heart that loves God through a constant awareness of God's Word. The illustrations and passages change daily, but the Bible message stays the same. What you need is love for God. Will you do that? Be sure to come back tomorrow for more Bible study with Morning Minutes in the Bible. It's not all you need, but it's a good start. Until then, this is James McClenny hoping you have a great day.